Hello and welcome back to the channel. Tis I, Ken Lavigne, singer / vocal coach, and today we have another suggestion selection by one of our kind subscribers here on the channel. This time from Carolyn. I think I'm pronouncing your name properly. Carolyn writes, please do something from Home Free. The 6-part harmonies on Stan Rogers' Northwest Passage are lovely. No beatboxing, and they added Sean Dagger. I'm not sure if no beatboxing is a selling point or what. But I personally like the beatboxing on what Home Free does. Anyway, Sean Dagger to their normal mix. I think that I'm pronouncing that correctly. Bastion Bass Teen on the far left in this video. Okay, I'm not sure exactly. Bastion? I'm not sure. I don't know. But you can pick anything. All right, thanks. Thank you, Carolyn, for this suggestion and the kind donation to the channel. Let's take a look at this. Northwest Passage is one of my personal all-time desert island classic favorites. So I am eager to hear what Home Free does with their version. This is, of course, Stan Rogers from the Great White North here up in Canada. Stan Rogers is a vocal legend, a folk singing legend. Late, great Stan Rogers. I've done my own versions of this particular song, so I'm eager to hear what Home Free does. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Is that loud enough?
Westward from the Davis Strait, 'tis there 'twas said to lie, the sea route to the Orient, for which so many died, seeking gold and glory, leaving weathered, broken bones, and a long forgotten, lonely cairn of stones.
All right. The solo voice of Tim Foust just authoritatively laying it down there. That is the main melody for the song. And yeah, what richness, what incredible character in the voice, just singing beautifully. And that bass, basso profondo, that bass baritone, I guess bass tone that just goes, it shakes your bones, you know? I don't know if you've ever been in the room with a true bass when they just start talking and you're like, wow, I can feel my insides are vibrating along sympathetically with what they're saying. Yeah, it kind of gives that feeling. What is this? This is set. They're doing a costume thing here, Home Free, and 1843. This is I guess a few years before the two ships, the Erebus and the Terror, set forth from England to discover the Northwest Passage, which is what this song is all about. Let's just listen to that last note again from Tim Foust here on this opening salvo.
Lonely cairn of stones.
Speaking of stones.
For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
All those beautiful tight harmonies. I can feel the hairs on the back of my arms starting to stand up here. Yeah, it's given me the chills in a good way. And yeah, those voices are so tight, so beautifully in sync with one another. All of those vowels are completely harmonized. Maybe more on that later, but that's beautiful. That's just so great.
Centuries thereafter, I take passage overland in the footsteps of brave Kelsey, where his sea of flowers began. watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again. This tardiest explorer, driving hard across the plain.
Yeah, beautifully. Oh, Rob, great job there. And incredible voice. I think it's Kelso is the name of the explorer not Kelsey, but that's okay. You know what? I made a mistake on one of my recordings. I recorded with Maritime Forces Pacific Band. We did this big recording for, I guess it was for the 100th anniversary of the entire Navy. And I said, instead of weathered broken bones, on this song, I said withered broken bones, and I didn't catch it, and nobody caught it until they sent it off to Stan Rogers' wife to say, hey, we did a thing with the song, and here you go. And she's like, it was great. I'm curious as to why he said withered bones and not weathered bones. And I was like, no, I totally screwed it up. Oh, well. But great voice as always. And so they're going hard on the whole explorers, like the pioneers heading west. And Yukon is especially inhospitable to people without all of the modern conveniences. You needed to be a really tough hombre to head up into the Yukon. But it's beautiful territory if you ever get up there.
For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
And through the night, behind the wheel, the mileage clicking west, I think upon Mackenzie, David Thompson, and the rest, who cracked the mountain rampart.
Who is this guy? I love his voice.
And it showed a path for me to race the roaring Fraser to the sea.
For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
Whoa. Oh, it's a beautiful chord that resolved there, totally unexpected. I was just thinking, I was in it at an event, and I was there with David Foster, who's kind of a big deal in Canada. He won a ton of Grammys back in the day, working with the likes of like Whitney Houston and a whole bunch of other people, like really big names. Anyway, he was at the piano, and they're like, hey, do you want to sing a song? And I'm like, oh yeah, Northwest Passage would be a great Canadian one. And he's like, ooh, I don't know. It just kind of just doesn't do anything. It just does the same 4 chords or 5 chords all over again. It no room for him to go. And I'm like, oh, this is what you can do, is just the reharmonization just makes it new. Every verse is, even though it's that strophic melody, it's the same melody that you can add more character and bring more depth. And that's what they're doing. You can see with every verse, there's more depth added to it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, then am I so different from the first men through this way? Like them, I left a saddened life, I threw it all away, to seek a Northwest Passage at the call of many men, to find there but the road back home again. For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin, reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a northwest passage to the sea. For just...
Okay, I just want to stop right there. I had this remembrance, and this happened really recently at a hockey game. I think it was in Buffalo, where the gal singing the national anthems. They were singing the Canadian anthem and the American anthem, and for whatever reason, when you're an away team, I guess visiting, you sing the away anthem first, right? So the Canadian anthem first. Her mic it started cutting out, and all of the fans in the stands, they just said, "Okay, we got your back," and they started singing the Canadian national anthem, which was really cool for this. I mean, there's not real animosity between the people who live between these two great countries, but there's some political instability right now, and some people are taking it to heart, thinking that, my team, and it's nice to see that kind of melt away and realize that we're part of this wonderful, great big continent, and we actually care about each other. And there's a lot of lines of congruence that flow north-south between America and Canada. Anyway, I just was thinking about that, and it just warmed my heart. I'm just like, yeah, all right, we feel the same. Anyway, so to see Home Free do this song and do it so tenderly and do it so lovingly and do it with such reverence and respect, it's just, it's lovely. It's really, really nice to see.
One time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin, reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage.
Oh, great. So this, that opening there, that sort of like high voice, a head voice start there. I don't know who that singer was. I should know these things. I think Carolyn might have mentioned it earlier in her letter to me, requesting this particular video. And what is it? It's so clear. And it reminds me of like the frozen ice. You can hear the wind whistling across, and when you're up north, it's a different vibe completely, and it has that sort of crystalline quality about it. Let's see if we can. And then, of course, when the fullness of the whole chorus comes in, of the whole 6-part ensemble comes in, it's just amazing.
I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin, reaching for the Beaufort
Such control, so good.
Tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a northwest passage to the sea. And make a northwest passage to the sea.
Beautiful. Well done, boys. I love this scene at the end where it's the 5 guys, 6 guys, just kind of, they're on tour in the I guess the 35-foot RV, going across the plain, and just singing away inside the van, and the guy driving, he's just sort of like, whoa, getting all the feels out in those moments, reminding me of my days and when I was out on tour for months on end, and feeling like you're, I don't know, how do you feel? You're kind of like an island to yourself, and you're out on the road. Maybe this is what Stan Rogers was kind of alluding to when he was getting into it. Let me just sort of get this scene out here. Sort of alluding to when he was talking about this song, he's like, how am I any different from those great pioneers that took off to try and discover the Northwest Passage? Speaking specifically to the Franklin expedition, the ill-fated Franklin expedition, for an entire year, the two ships that they had sailed across from England to try and find this fabled route were stuck in the ice for over a year, and many of them died of hypothermia, of starvation, of zinc or lead poisoning and malnutrition. I don't know. They did not come to a happy end. In fact, all 129 officers and crew died on those voyages and going off into the unknown. They had no idea what they were going to expect and see. And anyway, lovingly and tenderly rendered that Stan Rogers classic. Thank you very much, Home Free. And thank you very much, Carolyn, for making that suggestion. If you have a suggestion that you think might fit this channel, please don't hesitate to make your comments known. Cut through all the noise and chatter in the comments section. And there is a link down below in the description of this video. You can get to me directly. And if you so desire, you can leave a kind donation to the channel as well. Also, too, maybe you wanna learn to sing in glorious harmony, and you're not entirely sure where your voice fits. I have an offer down below in that description of the video where you can get a free vocal assessment with me. You can sign up for a time that suits you, and we'll meet for 20 minutes, half an hour, and we'll just go through your voice and see where you're at. I hopefully will give you some golden nuggets and send you on your way. No commitment to anything, but if you would like to go further, I also offer online vocal coaching sessions as well. And lastly, if you're not yet a member of this fabulous community of vocal lovers and singing aficionados, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the great stuff that we produce here every week. And lastly, thank you so much for taking time out of your super busy day and spending a few of those precious moments here with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Much love, and we will see you next time.
For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm